was reading your bio, which is kind of sketchy. All it really says is that you grew up in New York and that your mom was an opera singer.
Mm-hmm.
So now, were you interested in opera and that type of music at all? Or?
No.
No.
No, I respect it, but I don't sing it. I'm not into that kind of music.
So was she cool with that, like, right away? Like.
Mm-hmm. She was really, she said, do whatever you want to do. I just wanted to sing, so I think she was probably happy about that. She didn't say, sing opera, She sings a lot of styles as well as opera.
She does?
Mm-hmm.
You notice how, so, like, people sing opera, then any song they sing sounds like...
Sounds operatic? She's pretty good with that. She sings jazz, and when she does that, she doesn't sing it full voice, so she doesn't sound operatic.
Really? It's like when Gomer Pyle would sing?
Uh-huh. That was scary.
That was really frightening.
Mm-hmm.
But, so what would have been, like, the first record that you went out and bought?
I don't know. I didn't really buy that many records because I kind of inherited them from my older brothers and sisters who were like 9 and 10 years older than me.
Oh, really? You
Yeah. One brother, one sister.
And so they just sort of passed down
Mm-hmm.
the collection?
Yep.
And that was the kind of stuff that you liked, or did you develop your own tastes?
I kind of liked what they had. Mostly my sister listened to a lot of good stuff. And then when they moved out, I just kept the records and I listened to whatever I liked.
Did you get to move into their room?
Well, no. I mean, I live with my mom. They were like, a different generation than me, basically, so we moved around a lot. I had just my mother, and we moved around like 13 times.
Why?
I don't know, because we just did. I don't know. I was like a little kid saying, okay, we're moving again. So.
In New York?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be like that you just like decorating?
No, I don't know. Circumstances. I don't know.
Different things. So would that be different schools for you?
Sometimes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes she would keep me in the same school.
So were you good at adjusting to a new environment or being the new kid? And
No, I hated it, but I did it.
would you be like it's your first day at school, let's say, would you be like shy, or would you immediately start trying to talk to everybody?
I don't know. Probably shy. Yeah.
Let people try and get to know you before you try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's cool. Sometimes that can be more mysterious.
True, but I guess like in a 5th grader, it's like neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's painful no matter which way you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So now, tell me the chain of events that went into you actually getting a record deal and singing professionally.
I was working with my co-writer, Ben Margulies, who wrote 7 other songs on the album with me. Writing songs, working on demos and stuff for about 1.5 years, and then, waitressing that to make money and stuff. And then I got a job singing backup for Brenda K. Starr on tour. And she was really, really helpful. She really loved my music and my voice and stuff, and she really wanted to help me. So she brought me to a party for WTG Records, which is distributed by CBS, to meet Jerry Greenberg, who was the head of that label, is the head of that label. And he was kind of doing his own thing, walking around, and Tommy Mottola was there, who's the president of CBS Records, all of them. And she handed my tape to Jerry, and Tommy took it, and I was like, oh yeah, this guy's really going to listen to my tape. There's no way he's ever going to listen to this tape. So I just walked away. I was like, hi, kind of shy, and I just said, okay. So he went out into the limo, and he put the tape on, and he turned around and came back. He told the driver to, turn around because he thought it was really, really good. But I was gone, and there was no phone number on the tape, nothing. It was just this tape. It said Brenda K. Starr rehearsal, but it had my demo in it for some reason. And so finally over the weekend he found me through different channels, through her management and different people. And he just said, I really think we can make great records out of these songs. And, you wrote the songs and da-da-da. I want to sign you to Columbia Records.
It must have been freaky.
It was incredible. It was like a dream. It was really amazing.
So you said, kind of
I'll think about it. Got a great waitressing offer this week, so.
So that's what you were doing? You were a waitress?
I was a waitress. I was a co-check girl. I was a hostess. I did sessions, backup singing, and I went on the road with Brenda.
So were Were you a good waitress?
No, I was the worst waitress in history.
Why? Did you, like, forget things?
I just didn't, I wasn't into it, you know? I just hated it. I hated it so much. I don't know. I wasn't good with, like, everything's computerized these days. You have to, like, do those little cards. I don't know. It's terrible.
Can you make change?
No. I'm not good at any waitressing things. I'm just not a good waitress. It's a good thing that, you know, I'm doing this, because I couldn't be a waitress.
You were not the best. You did not excel in the field.
No.
But, so now you're only 20 years old, so did you graduate from high school?
Uh-huh.
And then, like, instantly all this is happening. So.
No, I was doing demos while I was in high school still. And then I just moved out and I lived by myself in Manhattan. Like, the day after graduation, I was gone. I was there.
Really?
Yeah, well, I didn't live by myself. I lived, you know, with roommates and different people that were kind of singers and stuff, too. So,
No happening girls on the way up.
yeah.
And so, does your mom think that this is happening too fast, or because you're still kind of a kid?
Well, it's not really, because I've really been working, wanting to be a singer since I was 4. I've been, you know, working with different people, and I've been working with Ben for at least for like 3 years, and just I worked really, really hard when I was trying to get a deal. You know, like I would waitress from 7 at night till or 5 at night till like 12, and then I would go to the studio and work on demos till like 7 in the morning, and then I would sleep for a little while, and it was just I condensed a lot of work into a small amount of time. So she really thinks it's, you know, she's very happy. She's really proud.
Plus, you did all those things. I mean, you can't really belittle having gone through that, because I think it's really important.
Mm-hmm. No, it is definitely.
Than to just have things handed to you.
No, it makes you appreciate it so much.
Yeah. Now, what would have been, like, your first performance? Like, you know, you say you've been singing since you were a little kid. Do you remember, like, your first performance kind of thing?
I don't remember what it was for, or I couldn't tell you where it was, but my mom had me singing at this, she used to sing with this organization called the International Art of Jazz, and she brought me around all these musicians, and I kind of like would copy them and try to sing like them and everything. So she had me singing when I was like 5 or 6 at this show. One time I sang this song called I Can't Give You Anything But Love, and I sang it with this guitar player and this like trio. It was pretty cool. I was like 6. It was cute.
Did you tape it? Did they have?
No, I don't have any tapes. I have tapes of me singing when I was little, but that's it.
Really?
Mhm.
Like 10 years before the video age.
Yeah, they had video cameras, but they didn't. It wasn't like we didn't have one.
Yeah, it was like every family had. Now it's like every family had.
Mhm.
But do you remember being scared, or was it like a natural thing to you?
I think I was scared, but I think when I got done, I was happy.
It felt good.
Mhm.
People clapped.
Mhm.
And then it just clicked in, this is not any real choice in my life, I'm going to do this.
I always wanted to be a singer. Mhm.
Do you remember people saying, you have a lovely voice, little girl?
Uh-huh. Yeah, but it was kind of condescending. I don't know. No, I don't know. You know how people are with like, you know, little kids. But I just always wanted to do it. My mom was very supportive, and she always told me, you know, you're good and this and that. So it made me think that it was possible to do it.
Mm-hmm. How about your older brother and sister? Are they interested in music?
No, my brother's a fitness trainer. He lives here, and he trains people. He's not a musician, and my sister's not. Mm-mm.
Is he in good shape?
My brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
Yeah. Do you have to work out?
Do I? No, I used to work out with him, but I haven't. They're telling me to gain weight now, so I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. So I had some pancakes this morning.
Wow, that's weird being told to gain.
I know.
Hey, could you put on a few pounds? So I guess you never had a weight problem. You never, in high school, had to watch what you eat, right?
Not really, no.
Were you into sports?
I was when I was really young, like 5th grade. I was the fastest runner in my whole school. But then I got into junior high and I slacked off, and I thought I was too cool for everything, so.
Really? Did you go through that phase?
Uh-huh.
Were you cool? Did other kids think you were cool?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
I mean, you know what crowd you hung with, but I mean, did you hang with like a cool crowd?
I thought I did in junior high. It's pretty lame though. I just kind of switched around, you know. One year I was hanging out with one crowd, the next year I was hanging out with a different crowd, so.
You were just an enigma.
Uh-huh.
So now, do you write, now I know you write the lyrics, well, almost all the lyrics on almost every song,
Uh-huh.
but what about the music as well?
The melodies I do, you know, whatever is the singing on the song, that's what I just came up with when we were doing the chord changes. With Ben, what I do sometimes is he'll play and we'll sort of work on it together, say, no, go to this change, go to that change. On the debut single, Vision of Love, what happened was I don't play piano, but I can barely, you know, do it enough to kind of come up with chord changes. So I was sitting at the keyboard and I came up with the verse and the chorus to Vision of Love. And I just said, what did I play there? And he was like, you played this. So I kind of did the changes, but it was accidental. And then he played the bridge changes and he put the drum groove to it. And I wrote the lyrics.
So you have a feel for it in music, just naturally, but you need someone to guide you.
Yeah, I have to get better at that.
Yeah. What can you play? What instruments can you play?
Keyboards barely.
Just keyboards, barely.
But some, you know, it can end up being good because sometimes I'll come up with things that a good keyboard player wouldn't do. You know what I mean? And it'll be kind of a cool chord progression.
Do people tell you that you sing like a black girl?
They do, but I have a really mixed background, so I say, well, you know, I have a little bit of everything in me.
Yeah. You know, I would have to describe it as extremely soulful.
Thank you.
You know, and you must have listened to a lot of soul singers.
Aretha Franklin's my favorite, and Stevie Wonder are my two favorites.
Yeah. So it's that, you know, your voice is uniquely your own, but I think a new artist is going to be naturally compared. And so you'll be hearing, you know, she sounds like this or she sounds like that. But I think you sound really different. I can't really picture anyone saying, you know, it's the new Anita Baker or it's the new whatever, because you know, I think you have your own sound, which is unusual for someone so young.
Thank you.
And it usually takes a person a little longer to sort of settle into their own. You start out trying to copy this and that, because then you say, oh, if I can sing what she's saying, or if I can sing like she did, then I must be really good because she's good. And then you fall into like your own character, your uniqueness. Were you aware of trying to develop your own style and not sing like anyone else?
I didn't really think about it when I sang. I just kind of sang, and whatever felt good to me, I would sing. You know what I mean? And then if someone said, "Wow, you sound like someone here that I respected," I'd be like, "Oh, that's great," you know. But I didn't think about not doing it or doing it. I just kind of sang from inside me.
Were you in any school musicals or any of that sort of thing?
Well, I was in 6th grade, but after that, I thought I was too cool to do it, so I did it at home. I did with older musicians. I worked with people that, you know, that were, I didn't tell my friends at school I'm going home to do, you know, write songs and work with musicians, but that's what I was doing.
And they were all kids that were older than you?
Yeah.
So there was something about school production or school thing that was like uncool, but if we can do this on our own, then we'll be really cool.
I'm not saying I thought it was uncool, but I just always, the teachers, and I wasn't really into school, you know what I mean? And teachers kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say anything bad about anybody, but, you know, it's kind of restrictive I rather create my own music and do my own thing as opposed to doing the new Broadway show with the school that week, you know what I mean?
Well, it sounds like that whatever the school was doing was at a normal level for a child to be at musically, and you were already beyond that, so we can move on. See ya. But, so were you writing stuff down? Were you writing lyrics down even at 14?
Yeah, I was.
Do you like poems or words, or do you think if you hear it something interesting, an interesting turn of phrase, will you write it down to remember it for a song?
Sometimes, yeah, I do. My sister used to write poetry, and I was always really into that, so that kind of inspired me with lyrics.
Yeah, and it goes hand in hand with the. Now, are people talking about putting a live show together for you, getting a live band for you?
What we're doing right now is I'm on this promotional tour, and I just finished, we did like 10 cities, but it's just with a piano player, Richard T., he's a famous piano player, and 2 backup singers, and we just, no band, just piano and vocals, and we did this 9-city promo tour, and now I'm going to England on the 26th to do it there, a continuation of what we've been doing here.
Really? So what kind of venues did you play?
Well, it was just for, it wasn't for the public, it was just for retailers and radio stations and different record company people. So it was good. They were all really nice, and it's helping me get into live performing because I haven't done much of that.
Right, so you have to meet everyone.
Mm-hmm. Take pictures.
Lots of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool, because the first time I had heard of you at all was at R&R Convention. I saw your poster up in the Columbia Suite.
Uh-huh.
And Michael Bolton was pointing to it, and I just looked up and I saw him. And
What did he say?
he said something, like he knew you or something.
Yeah, we did a duet together at Norm.
I was with Diane. One of my best friends is Diane Warren.
Yeah, we met. She's
And
nice.
she said, and we were standing around talking, and he said, "That's the girl." He said something about you. But
Right.
since I didn't know who you were, I didn't
Right.
really hear what he said. But he said
Mm-hmm.
that, like to Diane, and he said, "That's the girl that." So I think he likes you.
He's a nice guy.
So you guys sang together?
Yeah, we did.
It's cool. What'd you sing?
We sang a song that he wrote for Barbra Streisand called We're Not Making Love Anymore. He wrote it with Diane. Yeah, we did that. I was really nervous. So, at Norm, in front of like everyone in the whole industry. For my first live thing, it was really scary.
No way.
Mm-hmm. I was like, wow, you guys must have faith in me if you think I can pull this off. But it worked, and it was really, I was happy. Michael was great to work with.
Yeah, he's hysterical. He's the funniest thing ever.
Really talented guy.
Very talented.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be right with him someday.
Yeah,
And record something together.
definitely.
Because you both have really expressive voices.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it would be good to
Mhm.
put together. But so what's the next step after LA? And is it like you're just on this whirlwind and you go where they send you now? That the
Uh-huh.
record's out?
Yep. After a year, I was sitting around like, when is this record going to be done? And now it's like, oh, here we go, here, there. But what we're doing now is I'm doing Arsenio Hall tomorrow night. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I can't believe it's so soon because I'm unknown, basically, And then I'm going home to New York, and then I don't know what I'm doing in the middle, but I'm going to England on the 26th.
Wow, have you ever been to Europe before?
Nope.
Really?
Mhm.
Did you get your passport?
Yep.
So you're sad.
Mhm.
Have you ever been like in a lot of the other United States besides New York? Have you ever done any traveling at all?
Not except for this tour, and I've been to about 10 cities.
Really?
Mhm.
Did you ever see places that you just heard about, or do they look the same as what you would have expected them to look like?
They do, but I don't really see them. It's like I go from the airport to the hotel, get in the hotel, try to get like an hour's sleep, get out of the hotel, get back in the car, go to the venue wherever we're playing, and then go to the hotel or then go to the airport and leave again. So I don't really get a chance to look around.
So you just have to look out the window.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice. Nice building. Where are we? Minneapolis?
And who all goes with you? Do you have anyone with you from home who's a friend? Anyone to talk to?
My manager, someone from my management company will be there. Different people, and a woman named Jane Burke from CBS had been going, and different people from the label would go to different shows. Don Einer, the president of Columbia, came to a lot, and which was great. And Tommy Mottola came to a few of them, and a lot of people were there. So I really felt supported,
I feel like they just left you out there.
Yeah.
Well, I think they feel very strongly about you. Mm-hmm. So does that put like a lot of pressure on you? You feel like, oh God, I'm only 20, and all these big shots are waiting for me to be successful. Is that hard for you, or is that fun for you?
Well, it's great for me. It's pressure, but it's what I always wanted to do. So I feel really, really fortunate to be able to do it, you know, and I just have to take it from here.
Mm-hmm. How about the actual recording of the album? Was it really left up to you, decision-wise, or did you really have to defer to producers and the label?
It was kind of a joint thing because it's my first album, and you know, we tried different producers, and it was really very experimental, you know. So next time, hopefully, it'll be a lot more me. The song called "Vanishing" on the album. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the album at all. It's just a piano and vocals, and that I did that, you know, by myself in the studio. So that was the one song that was basically just me doing it, you know, doing the demo, the arrangement that Ben Margulies, my writing partner, and I had done. But everything else kind of went through the usual routine.
Mm-hmm. Did you feel like you could say, hey, well, I really want to re-sing that, and
Mm-hmm.
they let you?
I did. A lot of times they were really, really good with that. They didn't really strong-arm me into anything.
Mm-hmm. So listening back to it now, is it easy to listen to? Or?
I haven't listened to it. I got so sick of doing it that I don't listen to it. And, you know, I need a break from it. But
Yeah, you still have to sing some on these dates, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many songs do you do?
I had been doing 3, but now I'm going to do, in England, I guess 5.
Are they going to release the album in England at the same time?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is that normal?
I don't know. It might be later. I don't know what's happening with it because I wrote a new song, and the album was supposed to come out June 5th, but everyone at the label really liked it, so they held it back for this new song that I just wrote. So
For U.S. or for England or for both?
for both, I guess I just finished it, and it's recorded, and it's mastered, and they're just doing the albums
You
now.
haven't even sent me an advance cassette. I just heard the single.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, okay, great. Excellent.
I don't know whose this is, but I'm stealing it.
And you have this Fire Engine Red, which is kind of fluorescent.
Yeah, lovely color.
Yeah. Advance cassettes. You're like, they don't tell you anything.
I haven't even seen that advance cassette. They did this beautiful packaging for me and stuff,
Really?
and I was like, wow, this is incredible, and I just came here and saw these. I guess it's a New York thing. They don't do it here.
They do so much. I swear to God, my cousin works for Epic Promotion. They do so much that the public never sees. All these leaflets and brochures that just are designed just to tell people like my cousin, who's the LA promo,
Mm-hmm.
how to promote the artist. And there's all these brochures. Like,
Yeah.
she showed me the Louis one. I'm like, who reads this? She goes, just us.
I know, it's so much money and stuff into that. It's incredible.
But when they get behind an artist, like they really got behind Louis and they're
Yeah.
really getting behind you, they just
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, he's great.
Are you learning a lot about marketing, and have they taught you how to follow the progress of your song, like radio ads and how all that works?
The management company really tells me, you know, we did this and this is happening and stuff, so I'm getting into looking at it. They help explain it to me.
Yeah, because like your first week was like 85 ads or something. I mean, it was like
Yeah,
for a brand new artist.
it was amazing. It was because of this promo tour and everything that the label's been doing, but I got to meet a lot of radio people and stuff and sing for them and kind of talk to them and stuff.
And then it makes people feel like they're a part of the whole.
Mm-hmm. It's more personable.
And then she's like, "That's our girl," you know. Now, what about a video? Have you shot the video yet?
Saturday I'm doing it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm nervous. Is that what he was saying about we'll talk makeup?
Makeup and hair, and for Arsenio.
Oh, for Arsenio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
what's the look going to be? You're going to just be yourself?
just me, yeah. I'll probably have some kind of dress on. We're just talking about because it's hard to do my hair. Most hair people can't do my hair because it's curly and they don't understand how to do it. They always do something weird to it, so I just have to do my own hair usually.
Is it naturally curly?
Mm-hmm.
It looks natural.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know your hair better than I
Yeah.
You're like, it's curly. I'm afraid.
I know.
Because You know, especially like for a big thing like that, nobody wants to be responsible for.
I know, or at least I don't want to have to go. I have to worry about how I sing. I don't want to have to worry about, like, does my hair look bad?
Yeah, it should be like the last thing that Gary Shandling can worry about his hair. It's like, so any other TV besides Arsenio?
No. No.
So you'll have to rehearse with Arsenio's band.
Today.
Today?
Tonight. No, tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
So basically they'll just, how does it work? They'll just get the chart and then you'll just go in there and say, now do it this way, or?
They got the chart, and the guy that I worked on the album with, on the single with, Rhett Lawrence, is going to go down and kind of probably play keyboards or something.
So the band direct.
Mm-hmm.
And then are you going to go over on the couch and talk to Arsenio?
I don't think so.
No. Does that make you even more nervous than singing?
It would, but luckily I'm unknown, so he won't want to talk to me. He'll just let me sing and get it over with.
Eventually, little couch action. They're going to want you to sit down. And for some people, like with actors and stuff, I think that's scarier than being yourself. For some people, is scarier than hiding behind like a song or a performance or some kind.
Well, I'd rather just sing. It's what I do. I'd rather just sing than talk to someone about, like, I don't know, what kind of food I eat or something.
Yeah.
It's easier to just sing.
Yeah, but eventually you have to do stupid interviews.
I know.
Oh, well, who are you dating? And you're like, well, I haven't really planned on talking. It's like weird. It's like if you make your living as a singer, you're suddenly expected to reveal all sorts of aspects of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go onto the public in a certain sense, I guess.
Yeah. I guess you ask for it when you want to do this.
Yeah, but I think there's some people, they can always say, well, it should be this way, you should sign autographs, or you deserve your privacy. There's no absolute ultimate because everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are going to be just happy signing autographs forever,
Mm-hmm.
and some people really need some space, and that doesn't mean that they should be denied making their living as a performer.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on the person. Like as if I were famous, I don't know. I guess because I need a lot of time by myself.
Yeah.
And I like to just walk around and not, even if someone's walking too close behind me. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Get
wait.
irritated. Yeah.
Yeah. And so if they were always walking up and going, oh, isn't that,
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to face that?
Yeah. I guess I have to be, right, if this is going to happen, so I just deal with it as it comes. Only thing is, I guess you have to kind of, can't really go out of the house looking like a pig. Like I do in New York. I don't care about, in New York everyone's so casual, they don't care.
The walking.
Mm-hmm. The convenience of everything, it's so close.
Here it's like, in New York, you can get your exercise and transport yourself.
Mm-hmm. And do business. Here it's like, oh, want to go to the store? 5 hours later, you're there.
There's people who go to the health club in Valley Park.
I know.
And you're like, wait a second, you can't walk 2 blocks to go run 2 miles?
I know.
It's
pretty
so
scary.
Weird. But that's LA, people are just like, my car. Well, I must have my car.
I know.
And in New York, people just go down.
A car is a hindrance in New York.
So what do your friends back home think of all this? Are they like, oh, well, we won't be hearing for her anymore, or are they?
They're excited. I really haven't seen my friends, from high school, since high school, except for very few people, because I was here and I was working on, trying to get a record deal and doing my own thing, and they were in college and doing their own thing. And so they didn't care then, you know what I mean? And a few people are calling me now, that I haven't seen in a few years. Oh, wow, we heard you on the radio. And it's like, oh, where were you when I was waitressing in New York City, broke.
People that you would have drifted apart from just naturally are now thinking, oh, well, she sat behind me in French.
It's funny.
Because it's only 2 years ago, it's weird.
2.5.
But what I like about you is that you have a last name.
I'm
really sick. Cause
Aren't you sick of it? Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick of it. Because I think that you should have to earn just being known as Mariah, or
Mm-hmm.
Whitney,
Mm-hmm.
or Sammy, or whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's like, Alicia? I mean, it's like, who are these people? Why couldn't you just invent a last name? Let's say your last name isn't the greatest. Well,
Yeah.
have a stage name, but I'm sick of these one-name people.
I thought it was, when I was little, I always wanted to do, like, one name, and then all of a sudden, Madonna became really popular, and I was like in 8th or ninth grade or something, and I was like, oh, well, I can't do it. And then everybody had one name, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'll use both my names, it's okay.
I